what I wanted to do is to be more than a developer. The goal was to be transformative and to knock down a barrier.
We always get knocks for doing things outside of our sport. I'll get comments on my page that go, stick to basketball. That's why this conversation is important, because people need to see that there's more to life than just basketball. I think I'm about to win. I was born in Mount Vernon, New York, moved to Connecticut when I was about 11, 12 years old. Did the rest of my schooling there. I was a single parent home. My mom worked 2 jobs. And when I found a love of the game for basketball, it really propelled me into the rest of my life, because I started finding that competitive nature. I'm in a place now where I've done so much in my sport. I want to venture off into the business world, because as we all know, basketball doesn't last forever. And getting into real estate, I'm still not very knowledgeable about it yet, which is why this is really dope for me to learn from you. I'm looking forward to really just learning what your journey was like and who Don is before all of this.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. I'm a big fan of yours and a big fan of athletics overall, because I think it prepares us for leadership. Being an elite athlete and the discipline and the resilience, those skill sets are transferable to business. I played basketball through high school as a way to give me my own identity. And I think that that is one of the most important things for young men who are developing, is to begin to have something that they can call their own.
7-card game, right? So you get 2, every card goes down.
So you're from DC?
Yes, my mother had me when she was 19 years old. My mother ultimately was the head of the household, and she was the one who had this entrepreneurial dream. From 8 years old, I was aware of real estate. I learned what to do from her, and I learned some things of what not to do. You know, she came from a different time in the country, and I, were looking at it with a fresh set of eyes from a different generation. So I see it as she'd be the first leg of a relay. I'm the second leg, and I got to open up a lead, and then I'll hand the baton off to my kids, and then they'll run the next leg.
Right on.
You are in the midst of your career. You're at a point now where you're beginning to think about the next chapter. What's that look like?
So for me, this was 14 seasons for me in the NBA. And as the years went on, I started to see like my peers and people that I came in with start to trickle out. And I'm like, damn, I wonder what these guys are doing. And I started to see that a lot of them are either broke or not doing anything. We always get knocks for doing things outside of our sport. And like, I'll get comments on my page that go, stick to basketball. That's why this conversation is important, because people need to see that there's more to life than just basketball. So if I can help the next person watching this and let them know that it's okay to do things you love outside of your sport, and to expand your mind besides the game, so we don't have that large number of guys that are struggling to find out what to do after basketball's over.
You're in a moment in time to where you have the ability to open up doors for yourself. Those doors are going to take you to different places.
Right.
Think about going into a profession to where every year you get better and better. And you don't have to retire until you either want to retire or you die.
Amen.
And, people try to do it. LeBron's trying to do it. You can't make your kid an elite athlete. You just can't do it. Right? No, you can't give your kids your skills, but you can give them your business. And that's where the relay is. Right. It's that next generation, right?
Yes.
If we get everybody to think that way, we transform our society.
Absolutely. All right, I think I get this now.
Yeah, so.
I think I'm about to win.
And what do you have? You have straight flush, so you win.
Come on, first hand.
There you go, right?
So you go to Miami and you see the Royal Palm in the beginning stages. What made you say, you know what, I'm gonna develop that building?
So I had been in DC, and I was on a nice roll in DC.
I remember.
I had a setback there. And so I went to Miami to kind of chill out. I was reading an article about how hot South Beach was as a real estate market. And then they mentioned the Royal Palm Hotel, and the city was looking for an African-American developer to develop it. I went and looked at it, and I remember telling my wife, we're gonna bid on this, and it's gonna change the trajectory of our business and our lives.
The Bath Club. That's an interesting story that you have there with that.
So what happened with the Royal Palm, it was kind of the first time I got on the map. It was a barrier breaker for Black entrepreneurs. I realized at that point the business side could be used as a transformer and an energizer. So I got a phone call from a broker, and they said the Bath Club is for sale. I'd been a member of the Bath Club, and I became the first Black member there, unbeknownst to me. So when I heard it was for sale, I said, wow, that could be interesting, right? Symbolically, what I wanted to do is to be more than a developer. The goal was to be transformative and to knock down a barrier that got national news because of what it meant. And it kind of said that Miami has come a long way.
Right, it's a turning point.
Yeah, but I figured, okay, the best thing is to go and do something like this and break some kind of barrier, but at the same hand, build an incredible building, be very successful at doing that, make another statement. So one of the things that we talked about is the impact elite athletes have. There are ways to utilize that to be transformative. You give back a lot.
I do. I've always had a thing for helping out the next generation. I got drafted early. I got drafted at 17, turning 18. A lot of my peers that I went to school with are looking at me like I'm God because no one from my town has done anything that I've accomplished. And from that day forward, I try to find ways to shed light on my community. And as the years went on, I started learning more and more about what was missing from my town. And I started doing a lot of community things where I'll come back and do different camps. Not only did I make the entire camp completely free, I had people come sponsor. I put the post out for camp and it sold out in 7 minutes.
Connecticut, it's that time of the year again. The Andre Drummond All-Star Camp will be coming back again to Middletown, Connecticut, but this time bigger and better than ever.
Just the love that I got for doing that. It means the world to me. And I do it on my birthday because it's a special day for me and I want it to be a special day for my community. And ultimately, my city just named that day after me. That's really what got me into trying to learn about real estate because I want to bring money into my town. Because it's a really small town, not much is really out there, and I want to start building the economy out and start giving people jobs.
I think what you're doing, not only are you going to help transform your own town and your own community, but your impact will be geometric. Because think about, you can set that example for others to follow.
Can you explain to me, like, who is Don Peebles without the accolades, without the money? Like, who are you to the core?
I'm a person who wants to see a fair society. And that's one of the things I like about athletics. On the basketball court, while the game is being played, the team that plays the best is going to win.
Right.
Simple, right?
Right.
They can get some bad calls and so forth, but they can't take you off the field. They can't say, hey, you can't come on the field. Or they can't say, you got to play barefoot.
This is crazy.
Right? So, but in other parts of our society, they can't.
Right.
We all have to say that the system's unfair. And I think that I'm in a good position to say that because,
I think you are too.
Right? I'm not complaining. It's like I made the system work for me, right? But it's important that we don't forget where we come from and we don't turn our backs on the rest of our society.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks again, man.
Hey, man. Pleasure.
Appreciate you.
Pleasure.
Absolutely. Pleasure's mine. Thank you.
All right. So I got over here 4 jacks. You have with 5 of a kind. You went. So you're on a roll.
I get a round of applause. Shit, come on, man. Give me something.